Love must never replace wisdom. Sometimes letting go is not hate. It's not hate. It's just a path to peace, to protecting your future and the future of nations connected to you. Only you as a person could be more than 10,000 persons put together. So you must be protected by all means. There are some things you may love in this life, but you have to let it go. Because if you hold on to that love, the things that will be destroyed around you will be worse than that one thing that you love that you don't want to let go. Listen, this is clearly written in the Bible. There was this king called David. He loved his son so much, called Absalom. But Absalom was ready to dethrone his father as king. Absalom was ready to kill all his father's armies. But yet, the father was begging his soldiers that, please, even if you go to war, don't kill my son. Sometimes love can blind our eyes to not see what needs to be protected. You may be in love with sugar. You're in love with sugar in drinks, in food. But you forget that if you go down in sickness, the children you have brought into this world will suffer. The organization that God has given unto you will suffer. So even though you love sugar and you think about the lives that are in your hand, you look at the sugar and say, sorry, you are just one thing. There's a lot attached to me. See, in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 18, verse 3, see what they mentioned about a person. It's written here in the B part. But now thou art worth 10,000 of us. Therefore now it is better that thou should not follow us to battle. King David wanted to follow his men to war because his son Absalom has made him run out of his own throne. The men said, no, don't follow us to battle. You are more than 10,000, only you. You may be in love with someone, but you know that that love will ruin a lot of things. The best way to have wisdom when love is shouting is to think about the things that will suffer if you abandon them for that love. So if we go further, in verse 5 of 2 Samuel chapter 18, when David's armies wanted to go to fight against the armies of his son Absalom, David told them in verse 5, and the king commanded Joab and Abishai and Ittai, saying, deal gently for my sake with the young man. Even with Absalom, and all the people heard when the king gave all the captains charge concerning Absalom. This his son has made the father to start sleeping inside caves. A king. But the father loved the son so much and was begging them, please, please, deal gently with them. And when they finally got that the son, when the son was hung on a tree by his own long hair, they killed him. They killed him. And when they killed him, it was told the king in 2 Samuel 19, verse 4. The king started to cry that they have killed his son. In fact, let us read this verse. 2 Samuel 19, from verse 4. But the king covered his face, and the king cried with a loud voice, "Oh, my son Absalom! Oh, Absalom, my son!" And see what happened in verse 5. And Joab came into the house of the king and said, "Thou hast shamed this day the faces of all thy servants, which this day have saved thy life, and the lives of thy sons and of thy daughters, and the lives of thy wives, and the lives of thy concubine, in that thou lovest thy enemy and hated thy friends." See, sometimes love can be blind. You can be so much in love with something, and every other thing around you is falling apart. But you can't help it. You're just in love with that person, with that habit, with that character, with that place you keep on going to. They're telling you, stop hanging in this place. But you don't know, you just can't stop. I pray that when love blinds your eyes over wisdom, I pray that the Lord should raise a man like Joab that will bring you to your senses. In fact, it was Joab that died Absalom. And he told the king, "You are crying for your enemy. You love him, but he is an enemy. Anything that wants to bring you down, or anything that is attached to your destiny down, is an enemy. It's an enemy." Look within yourself. What is that thing you love? But you know things around you are suffering. You love a woman, and the children you have are suffering. You're spending all you have on that woman, but you don't care for your children. You're spending all you have on hard drinks and drugs. And look at your health. Look at your clothing. Look at your family. Look at your brothers, your sisters. Just look around you. Look at your workers. Anything you love so much that is clouding you. The best way to know that you are not walking in wisdom is to see what is dying because of what you love, or what is going to die because of what you love. Whew. So in verse 6, he said, "And thou lovest thy enemy and hatest thy friend. For thou hast declared this day that thou regardest neither prince nor servant. For this day I perceive that if Absalom had lived and all we had died this day, then it had pleased thee well." Sometimes what we think we love that will make us lose what is committed into our destiny. If they allow us to hold on to that love will still kill us. I'll give you a part two of this message. My name is Aliladia. God bless you. I pray God gives you wisdom to know the difference between love and wisdom. God bless you.